Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on second down. Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Sticking with Walker on second down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing on third down, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw out to Lockett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up.
And boy, a good surge defensively. Able to pin on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. On 4th down, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Walker. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Walker. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. The defense shows they beat a little bit, but they did not break, and they have 31 on a huge interception.
They're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Let's go now. Back. 3.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and 2. To throw is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That is right on the field across the 45. First target, first catch on the first down. They go play action. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But for the run, he silenced those threats there.
Afterwards, so just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Okay, boys. We still love you. Pick it up with the next possession.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Geno. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Geno now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Check, man. Check, man. Hot 70. Hot 70. Cut 19. Cut 19.
3rd and 2, Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This is Dallas, an inside handoff. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8.
Jason Myers can kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Vikings
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Let's say 19. 3.
On first down, Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings... near the 40. Final play of the half, Cousins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nuwanger now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down before he reaches the 50. 27 yards there on first down.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So tight end is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On play action, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. And this is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Yeah, he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's Dalvin Cook there with a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw, Smith. Finding Walker, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Second and 6. They'll run the toss to Walker. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. They'll try for the first with Walker. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Walker once more. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Gino. And that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Smith. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks up. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that will end it with an interception.
I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Now, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Cousins to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the give, this is their fullback. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. first down.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The hunt!
Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
It's second and 8 on the Seahawks 30-yard line.
From the first, not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shot in the second half and get an impressive victory.
This old expression is not playing yourself, playing it out in the head. You didn't expect this at all. But you went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.